I know that my Megamix cube is pretty much already done, but I wanted to shuffle it up and restart. I'm just gonna shuffle this thing up real quick. It has been, I don't know if I did a live stream on here last week because I lost my voice. So I definitely did not do one on here last week, but I think losing your voice is a good excuse not to live stream on YouTube. Hi, Dad. Welcome in. Let's see. We got centerpieces. There we go. We're starting with our Megamix first before our 5x5. Megamix is a little bit easier. Let's see. We got yellow. One more piece, and then we'll have our entire white star finished. There we go. This pretty much is your white cross when you're doing the regular Rubik's Cube. So now we're gonna go ahead and do our corner pieces. There's one there, one here. We're putting our whole bottom layer in, so that is just our, I always start with white. People start with other colors first. I find it easier just to do that because most tutorials you're gonna watch, you're always gonna start with white as being the first color you start with, so it's just easier to do it this way. With asking questions. I wasn't on here. I have not been on YouTube Live for a while. I don't think I've been on YouTube Live for a couple of weeks now. Let's see. There we go. We're getting our second layer solved, so I got these two pieces. We're doing those two pieces all the way around. Hello, welcome in. How are you doing? Thank you for joining the live. We got 14 people in here already. That's awesome. Asking about the 3x3. Was that like a couple weeks ago? Because I have not been live for a while. I'm sorry, I just don't remember. But if you were asking questions about a Rubik's Cube, that's totally fine. I'm sorry, I just don't remember. I've had a busy couple weeks. Hello, welcome in. All right, 2 bottom layers are solved. We're gonna go ahead and do the 3 pieces here. So you need to do these 3 pieces all the way around the cube. I'm on the big screen. I'm a star. Hello, Uncle Scotty. Welcome in. Hello, Kevin. Welcome in. How are you doing today? All right, let's go ahead and get this. I tried a TikTok live. That did not go very well today. It was very slow. My day's going pretty good. I just had a coffee, so I'm gonna be caffeinated the rest of the day. Figured I'd do some more live streams while I have some energy here. All right, 3 pieces are in place here. We're gonna go ahead and do our next 3. We already have 1 piece in place, so that is good. Make sure you guys are giving the stream a like. That helps push it out a little bit. We have 2 finished. See, we get these 3 pieces done, these 3, now on to the next. Your day is also going good. Awesome. Glad to hear it. How's everybody else's day going? Let's see, that is blue and pink. This one is gonna be, thank you. Let's see, last one here. All right, now we have 2 sections left, just these 2 right here. That is the hardest No, this one. It's not necessarily hard because I've practiced it so many times, but it is still a little bit difficult to get the last two edges. And this one is probably the hardest one I have right now. This one isn't as hard. Now, if I could get the patterns memorized, I feel like it would be a lot easier. But I only have the 3x3 and 4x4 memorized right now. Trying to memorize this one next. I feel like this one is going to be the easiest to memorize over the 5x5. So last section here, we are going to go ahead and do green and blue. There it is. All right, corner piece is going to be blue, green. There it is. This one is hard because I have a hard time finding the pieces because there's just so many. Hello, welcome in. How are you doing today? Let's see. I can go this way. Okay, all of those pieces are done now. Now we can solve this piece all the way around, and then the cube looks a little bit more complete after you do that. Hello, everybody. Welcome in. See, now we're getting that whole section solved. So the next one is this piece. It just looks so much better once you get that in place. It's like starting to look finished. There's one there. Here. Hi, Aunt Karen. Let's see, blue, orange. Wait, that one doesn't go here. That is this one. All right, now we're gonna solve these two pieces all the way around. So these two middle pieces. Let's see, we're gonna go ahead and get green and pink. This one is blue and orange. Lately, this cube hasn't been taking me as long to solve. It's been actually pretty fast. It did. Yeah, it's getting there. It's starting to get solved. Let's see. Oh, I'm so sorry, Uncle Scotty. I accidentally just removed your comments. I was trying to do a different comment. I apologize. Nothing personal. All right, I have an old device out here so that I can see the last layer algorithm for a Megamix because I do not know how to solve it. That is the part I'm trying to memorize. So the last layer, I do not remember how to do. Last layer. This phone is loud. Megamix. No, we're not doing that. Let's just... There we go. All right, last layer for the Megamix. There it is. I just use speedcube.com to get the last layer in. It is just the easiest. Okay, so, and it like has the pattern up on the screen that you have to use. So it makes it really easy. Okay. There we go. We have our gray star. And now we're going to go ahead and, okay, we already have two in the right place. So we need to hold those here and then do another 2, 3, and down. Over, down, up, 2, 3, and down. All of our center pieces are now in the right spot. So now we just need to find corner pieces that are in the right spot. It doesn't look like, we have any. All right, we are just going to, there we go, problem solved. Okay, so to get the corner pieces in the right spot, the algorithms are just very long for the Megamix cube, which is understandable because there's so many pieces that you have to move around, but it just takes so long. All right, now we have two that are in the right spot. Now, all of them are in the right spot. It would take me a month to get half of that. Oh man, this cube and when I first started it, it was so hard for me to do. And now that I just have the last layer, like I can do everything but the last layer, it's just like so awesome. There we go, cube is done. Now that took, okay, so that's our new record, 9 minutes and 50 seconds and our Megamix is solved. So we're gonna do our 5x5 next. But I'm gonna mix it up because we have our centers already done and I'm just gonna mix it up. I like to start over because I don't remember where I left off and things. It's just easier. There we go. It is. This one looks the coolest, I think, when solved. You had 8 people in here, guys. 8 people and 8 likes. Thank you guys so much. All right, we're gonna start with our white center. Again, I always start with white, then I do yellow next, because it's the top and the bottom of your cube, pretty much. Okay, so last section here. Let's see, this one needs to be turned this way. And we got one more corner piece left to put into place. And our white center is solved. These center pieces take so long on this thing. This is probably one of my least favorite cubes. I prefer the 4x4 over the 5x5. 4x4, a lot of people don't like because of the parity algorithm, but I find it easier than doing this cube. This one just takes too long sometimes. There we go. Hi, Adam. Welcome in. How are you doing since the last time we've talked? There we go. We got white, yellow. We're going to go ahead and I think do blue next. Blue looks like it's already in place. There we go. Figured while I was caffeinated, I just drank a coffee, I should just do my YouTube live so that I'm not at the end of the week wondering when I should fit my YouTube live in. I'm doing pretty good right now that I drank some coffee, which I don't drink all that often. So when I do drink coffee, it works a little too well. I don't even know when I was last in your live stream. Yeah, I don't do live streams on here very often. I mostly do TikTok streams. So lately they've been taking up a good amount of my time. We have this one. Okay, this one's gonna be interesting. We're gonna have to move that over, move this one back up. This one takes some time to get the pieces into place. Orange should be going in next here. Let's see. There we go. Okay, so we have blue and orange, white and yellow. So now last two are green and red. And we have one piece on each that needs to be fixed. So that should be pretty simple, hopefully. Sometimes that last middle piece is one of the hardest to get. One of the hardest to get. Let's see. Yeah, see, I just moved it around and I ended up back where I started. Okay, that is easier. When it is in the center, it is so hard. When it's on the corner, it's a lot easier. Yeah, she had a lot of time, fun, oh my goodness. She had a lot of fun with the air horn the other day. I keep telling her she should do lives with Dad more often. She makes them so fun. I think Brooke used the air horn in her live stream or something like that. No, she didn't use the air horn. Oh, no, Brooke used the... No, wait, that was Mom. That was Mom. Mom's still using the air horn around the house. There is no reason to spam emojis in the chat. I was like confusing Brooke and Mom there for a second. All right, all of our centers are done, so we're gonna go ahead and start doing our edges. There is no reason to spam in the chat. It was a fun time. Yeah, it was. It makes the car live streams more fun because I'm like not super into like the mechanics of cars, and it's like the air horn was going off. It was fun. Let's see. I really enjoy when Dad goes live, though. He does not go live enough. I keep telling him he's got to go live more often. It's so fun to see him and Mom on the live stream together, but he doesn't do them all that often anymore. I think he realized they were a lot of work to put together. Let's see. This one is like taking a lot of my concentration right now. We've got 2 edges. That's it. That's as far as I've gotten. This one officially takes longer than my Megamix cube, which is crazy because the Megamix cube is pretty big. Don't understand why people like the 5x5 so much. I can't seem to get into it. I liked it at first because it was like a bigger cube, but lately have not really enjoyed it. But it needs to be solved because I can't stand having unsolved cubes in my basket any longer. He should go live. Yeah, it is. It is fun, educational. It's just most of the time when he is doing his, working on the cars, he's got a hard time also talking to people and doing things. So there's that aspect of it. It takes him a little bit longer when he's on live streams doing cars and things. All right, we have all of our white edges done. There we go. We're gonna go ahead and do orange. Like looking at what piece I should do next. Trying to do more. Yeah, that's what I just said. It makes the job longer. It takes longer. When you're on live, it takes longer to do things. I feel like that's the same with like anything. Like it takes me longer to do Rubik's Cube. It takes Dad longer to do cars. And it's like a level of multitasking that is very interesting. All right, green and yellow. This thing does look so awesome when it's solved though. It's just about getting to that point. Yeah, makes the job longer. This one. There we go. We got blue and yellow. And then it looks like our last yellow edge is gonna be red and yellow. Oops, I just paired that the wrong way. Okay, let's just flip that around. We are pretty close here, guys. I'm just glad I don't have to reset the cube. If I were on here and I would be resetting the 5x5 cube, I feel like that would be a little annoying. That's why I choose to do this cube on here instead of TikTok. Like, I do not want this cube to be reset. All right, we have all of our white and yellow edges done, so it looks like we got like 4 left. 4 or 5 pieces left. Oh, there's 2. Okay. Let's see if we can get this one. I think I want to do this one next. There we go. So 3 edges now left. 3 more. It's those last 2 edges that I can't seem to solve on my own. The last 2 edges. Just can't do it. There's 12 different algorithms though that are all very long. So it's understandable that I can't memorize them all, but let's see. Here comes the cheat sheet. 5x5 cheat sheet. Berghomen 5, the alarms may go off. Yeah, that's fine. Nope. Nope. There it is. We got 10 likes. That's awesome. I was not expecting that because I don't go live that often. Okay, here we go. We're just gonna do a random algorithm, I think, or we can look at the pieces and see what we got going on, but it doesn't seem to help. Most of the time, just doing random stuff takes less time. Well, there it is. There appears to be the algorithm right there. Okay, we can give it a try. You see 11, it's always one off on mine. I don't know what the problem is with it. All right, that looks like the one we have. Let's try this one. So right side over twice, right side up, down, down, up twice. Hey, that fixed it right away. Is there a cube that you really want that you don't have? At the moment, my collection is pretty large. My next cube that I would probably get is probably gonna be like a ghost cube or like a gear cube. Not that I need any more cubes, but those would be like the next two that people have told me about. It's like so many cubes to solve. All right, let's see. We have our very large 5x5 daisy. We're gonna go ahead and put these pieces down. Look at that, it's starting to look complete. We're gonna go ahead and put our edges in. There. This one took a while today. Turning this cube sometimes is a little bit interesting. I always feel like pieces are gonna pop out at me because I'm pulling on it too hard. Okay, last piece is right here. There we go. We have our yellow top and just our corner and middle pieces. I feel like I'm probably just gonna do the 4x4 algorithms on it and see if that works. It should, it's pretty much the same concept. Okay, there we go. Now we just have corner pieces and middle pieces left. So we're gonna go ahead and solve corner pieces. There we go. Corner pieces are all solved, so just middle, but one of them is already solved. So it looks like we're gonna do the right algorithm here a couple times. Let's see. Okay, one more time. See, the ending part isn't what's hard. It's pairing the edge pieces on this thing that I just like, oh, there's Brooke. Brooke's home. And our cube is solved. She may need office, just so you know, just to set things up for her sale. Yeah, that's fine. I'll probably solve this 4x4 just real quick because I scrambled it at the end of my TikTok stream. And I want to just get it solved real quick. But that's the last thing we're probably going to do. I'm glad that all of our cubes are now solved. All of them in the... Oh, except for this one. Okay, so that's it. That's all the cubes then. All the cubes will be nicely solved. Let's just get them all done so that they look nice in the basket. I love when they're all just solved. It looks so organized. Whenever I have to scramble them up or whenever I feel like scrambling up one of my bigger cubes, I'm like, later I'm like, why did I do that again? But if you didn't solve them, there would be no point in having Rubik's Cubes, so. Sorry about that noise, guys. Might be a little loud. All right, all of our centers are in place. We're gonna do our edges. This one takes a lot less time, so much easier. Even the edges lately haven't been taking that long. It might just be because I've had a ton of practice on this thing, which is most likely the case, just so much practice time. Because I've used it, I think in total, more than 20 hours in a week on this thing because I've done about almost 60 hours of live streaming on TikTok in the last 28 days. And I use this one the most. All right, last white edge. There we go. All of our white edges are done. See how short amount of time that took compared to the 5x5? there. Okay, all of our yellow edges look done. We're gonna go ahead and, all of our edges are done. That's awesome. That rarely happens. We're gonna go ahead. Now we just do the same thing that we just did with our 5x5. So after the edges are done, you just solve the bottom layers, and then it's pretty much just solving the top after that. Sorry about that loud noise, guys. It should stop in a few minutes, I'm thinking. Hopefully it's not disturbing anybody. There it goes. All right, now that we have our side pieces in, we're gonna go ahead and do our corner pieces. There we go. You can't hear any noise? You guys couldn't hear that? What? It was pretty loud. It was pretty loud. You guys are like, what noise? Bailey's going crazy. All right, we have a parity, and I finally remember how to do the parity algorithm without looking at the sheet of paper. There we go. Parity solved. We're gonna go ahead and do our cross. There we go. Yellow is now solved. We're gonna go ahead, get our corner pieces in place because we only have one set of corner pieces that are in the right spot. There we go. Last two middles. And we still have last two middles. Sometimes they don't solve right away when it gets like this. Okay, now it should solve. There we go. And last cube, because we want all of our cubes solved, this quick 3x3. And then every single one of my cubes will be solved. Hello, welcome in. Corner pieces. There we go. Bottom layer is solved onto the second layer here. Last piece for that second layer onto the top. Let's see. Nope, we don't have two pieces in the right spot. Now we do. We go ahead and do corners. There we go. And all of our cubes are finally solved. Every single one of them. That feels good to have them all finally finished. They're so pretty. If only I could leave them like this. Someone the other day, I don't remember who it was, said to super glue them. I'm like, that would be awesome. They'd all be solved. All right, guys, I'm gonna go ahead and get off. I think Brooke is going live on TikTok, so soon. So I will see you guys later. Bye, everybody. Probably next week, actually, on here, because I only do these once a week. I know, I'm sorry, but I gotta leave. I gotta go. But thank you for coming in. I appreciate that. All right, bye-bye, everybody.